And, sophisticated designer fragrances, man. Let's get active. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so that way you can be updated whenever we drop this content. Now, this one I really wanted to make specifically for fragrances that aren't really your everyday drivers. You know what I'm saying? Now, they can be depending on your situation, but for the most part, these kind of give you a little bit more of a sense of class, a sense of elegance, a sense of, you know what I'm saying? Like you somewhere belong somewhere. And where you at is exactly where you belong. You know what I'm saying? So these right here kind of give you just a better feeling about yourself. And these are outside of the affordable fragrances. So just know that these aren't B.O.B. It's your B.O.B. general. I'm not trying to let you down. I'm just trying to let you know of other things that you can endeavor into when you get ready. The first fragrance that I want to talk to is a oldie but a goodie, man. This one is a classic. For anybody that has this fragrance in their collection, they already know that we starting this thing off on the right foot. And that first fragrance is going to be Brioni EDP. Brioni EDP. Boy, hey man, this is a beautiful fragrance. If you want to talk about class, this is one of those. Fresh, but not on the citrus side of things. This was much more so fresh in that sense of like green, the fougere side of things. I think this fragrance has a little bit of clove in it, so it does have some slightly earthy undertones. A lot of leather in this one as it starts to transition, so it is going to be giving you like a very nice masculine profile, but not anything that's in your face or too aggressive. This is a fragrance to me that, especially if you're starting off trying to get into a fragrance that is a lot more class, you know, just represents class and it really doesn't have any type of youthful juvenile personalities about itself, it's kind of hard to search outside of the Brioni line when it comes to that, especially if you're looking for designers. Entry point isn't that bad for the price that you're paying. And for the most part, a lot of their fragrances are very inoffensive. Again, I know I said that it has some leather, but the way this fragrance mixes like that fresh, spicy aspect of things in it, giving it a very nice fougere type of opening, very green in a way, while still mixing together with earthy undertones of some clove, some spice. Very nice, man. If you know about Brioni, please let me know. Like, just let me know if I'm tripping. Give me a 1, give me a gas, give me a fire. Let me know down in the chat if Brioni is some gas to you. Now, again, this one's going to be much more mature. A lot of these fragrances on this list, I can't see somebody that's under like 25 really enjoying too many of these. I'm not even going to hold you. I see one that maybe. But outside of that, I'm not really seeing too many that people are just going to be rocking with like that, fam. It's if you're younger, let me say that. I got to get some water. See what we talking about. Let me see what we talking about. I went to get smoky, but NYC weather ain't having it. Hear great things about Brioni. Brioni is nice, man. Brioni and Brioni Intense. I'm all ears. Hey, they are beautiful fragrances. Now the second one, let's go here. The second one, The second one is going to be coming from Carolina Herrera, and we're talking about Passion. Carolina Man Passion. Now this one is playing on a lot of resins. Warm, spicy, but a lot of resins. This one has like some olibanum. This one has some olibanum. This has some elemi in it, I think. Also, this one has a nice, I think it has cardamom or ginger. So, nutmeg. This one has a warm nutmeg spice because it's somewhat playing on like an earthy aspect of the spice. So, but somewhat creamy at the same time, and that's where this fragrance kind of starts to add that slight sophistication to it, because once you start to get that past that opening and the elemi, the resin starts to dial down a little bit, it really starts to have a slightly creamy undertone while it's mixing together with that spice. And then once it's to dry down, it has a very nice woody effect as it's drying down. Still going to be in that sandalwood vein things, because again, it's going to be extremely creamy. That's what I'm saying as far as the dry down of the fragrance. So very beautiful in my opinion. And again, the one thing that I think helps it, especially in that opening, is that the resins has a nice profile to it. Like, it's kind of loud in that first hour or two. And I'm not going to say loud in the sense of it's a room filler, because it's definitely not that. But it's one of those to where if you are able to sit, or if you're standing in a group of like 4 or 5 people, you'll be able to stand out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to command most of that group, especially in those intimate one-on-one settings. This fragrance is going to be nice for either date night or work, because of that warm, inoffensive presence that it gives off. So this is one that I would feel comfortable wearing in a suit, but this is also one that I would feel comfortable if I had to dress it like in some jeans, you know what I'm saying, a little hoodie or something. I would still feel good with getting away with the smell in those situations, because I mean, it just works. Like, it really just works. Not something I would say a signature scent, but it definitely does give you a touch of class and just feel much better than just extremely youthful fragrance, like one of these elixirs that we're talking about. Let me know y'all thoughts on that one. What did he say about what? Let me see. Bruh, tell me you had an intense EDP. Come on, fam. Nah, this is just the regular. This is just the regular EDP. This is not the intense EDP. I think I have a decant of the intense EDP though. Did you review Plantain Blanc? Yes, I already did the opening of it. Absolutely amazing. You will probably have to rewind it a little bit to see my reaction for the initial opening, because now we're about to go through the mid after this segment right here. I've wanted that Carolina Herrera for so long, bro. One of those things you have on your list and always get things over. Facts. It is. It's definitely one of those. It's definitely one of those type of fragrances. My nose is not up to CH yet. Birds of Paradise is absolutely amazing. And Birds of Paradise kind of plays on that fir, that cypress, that green, outdoorsy, woodsy effect in a beautiful manner, fam. You ain't not. Yeah, I got that one too. Oh, Carolina Birds of Paradise. This could have been like top 10 designer release last year. Like, real talk, it was underrated. Highly underrated. Get the intense. Now let's go into the third fragrance. The third fragrance is one that I ain't gonna lie. Most people, this is one of my rare fragrances that's in my collection. So I definitely want to bring this out. So this one is one that I bring out every once in a while when I really want to, you know what I'm saying, showcase something. That's what this one is. And I'm talking about Infinite Spice from the Mercedes-Benz line. Now, this is one that they did with a lot of perfumers. So they had their own collection. It was 4 of them that got made, I think. I think it was 4 or 3 of them that they made. And Oliver Crest was one of the people that got to get his own. I think Alberto Morales. Alberto Morales was one of the other ones, and I think the other person was a lady. But Infinite Spice is one of those. I'm telling you right now, this one ain't for everybody. I'm gonna keep this one a bean for you. This fragrance is not for everybody, and I mostly say that because it's called Infinite Spice for a reason. It plays a lot on the spicy side of the fragrance. Szechuan pepper, clove, a lot of pepper, fam, and it's very earthy, and it kind of does have like a slight oriental and Al Malik twist about itself. Nothing that's really off-putting if you enjoy this style of a fragrance, but again, it's a very unique fragrance in my personal opinion. If you're one that enjoys this, I'm telling you, one of the things that you will enjoy is you're gonna enjoy the way that Szechuan pepper and the clove or whatever earthy spice it is mixes together in that opening. This fragrance really doesn't have much of like a gourmand, a vanilla amber. Like, it really doesn't do too much outside of the spice that you get in the opening on this one. So this one isn't, like I keep saying, this is not one that's gonna be for everybody. But if you can rock with this DNA, you will definitely appreciate it. I would say go light on them sprays. Definitely don't try to do this one indoors and go 15 sprays like it's a cheapie or something. This one has a body that actually just pushes. And look, if you look on the back of it, it'll let you know that this is a part of the VIP club line. So this is one of the OG OG Mercedes-Benz fragrances from the collection. Now, the next one that we're gonna go into, we got two more that I want to showcase. The next one is gonna be the Armani Code Absolu Gold. Armani Code Absolu Gold. Now this one I like. I like this one a lot because this one has the ability to play on the fruits in the opening. So you get some citruses, you get a beautiful apple, but it has an ability to play on the fruits in the opening while still giving you a very warm, a very mature DNA of a fragrance. I like this. I like this. And I know that this one might be extremely underrated compared to the other fragrances in the line. I know that a lot of times people refer to like Perfume and things like that. But for me, this one right here, and especially for the price that I got this one at, I think I got this 110 ml for, for like $60 from Nordstrom Rack. So a beautiful fragrance that does play a lot on that tonka bean. So that's where it's going to be a lot of the spice that you get from it. So it's inoffensive. It's fresh in the opening, but not like a aquatic type of freshness. It's just very inoffensive in that opening, very warm, spicy, easy to enjoy in my personal opinion. Very underrated design, especially coming from this line. So that's going to be the fourth one there. And then last but not least, we have to talk about this. Every time I get a chance to talk about this, I have to. And it's going to be that Guerlain L'Homme Idéal EDP. Y'all already know that this is going to be playing a lot on that cherry, that almond, that wood, leather in the dry down, a lot of leather in the transition, nutty, cream. Oh man, yeah, this one is dope. This one is beautiful. And this is one of those lines to where I'll say this. Outside of like people that are L'Homme Idéal fans or they just content creators, I don't really know too many people that have like multiple of the Guerlain L'Homme like that, especially when it comes to this one. Like you really just get the one that you enjoy the most. This one is warm. Oh, this is nice. And this is one of the most dominant or most prominent cherry notes that you can get in a fragrance. Me personally, I enjoy that fragrance the most when it comes to that cherry almond effect that you get in the opening up. And then it still has a leather dry down too, which is I'm a big fan of. So yeah, that one I'm rocking with heavy. That one I am enjoying heavy. Armani Code Absolute is a banger. Now you're in my ballpark mode. Love Armani Code since the early 2Ks. There we go. Let's see. Yes, Guerlain L'Homme Idéal in the extreme. See what I'm saying? Yes, I have the extreme. Which Guerlain is that again? L'Homme Idéal. This the EDP. This the EDP. Give me one quick second. We gotta take one quick intermission. Give me 1 minute. This ain't gonna take. Whew, I'm glad that's gonna be able to get edited out. Okay, my bad, y'all. I had to take care of something real quick. But we're back with the 5 fragrances. Again, the 5th one, L'Homme Idéal. Oh, Ricky. Okay. What up, Ricky? I see you dropping in the building. L'Homme Idéal EDP. But again, you can't go wrong with Carolina Passion for Men. A beautiful resin, spicy, warm, spicy fragrance with some leather as it's drying down. Beautiful in my personal opinion. Discontinued limited gem that I just so happen to have in my collection by Oliver Crisp from the Mercedes-Benz line. Infinite Spice. Beautiful. But not for everybody. Not the intense. But Brioni EDP. Still got that one. Beautiful fragrance to have as well, especially one something that's going to be definitely not in that youthful vein. A complete 180 from a youthful fragrance. You cannot go wrong with that. And then you have the tonka bean, a little bit of fruits in the in the opening. Beautiful leather in the dry down. Armani Code Absolute is another one that you cannot go wrong with. Let me know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification. That way you can be updated whenever this content drops. Let's get back into the stream. Boom. Now this is, y'all know these are my favorite parts of the show. We got this and that coming up. Well, we're gonna be putting two fragrances against each other, and I'm gonna ask y'all which fragrance do you prefer? Which fragrance would you prefer for life? This or that? You can only choose one. I'm not playing no in betweens. Let's get active. Let me catch up and see what I still gotta go with the chat. Let me make sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, Ricky? We see you down there, man. Much love. Much love. I appreciate everybody down in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button as you make your way in. And well, let's go back and